Hi all, so welcome to the today's tutorial. So previously we have added some zoom functionality. No, I think we have added this, like the numbers were updating, but zoom in functionality was not working. Although we have implemented the text feature, like it was updating when we were updating the FOV value, and the blur effect and everything was working fine. So first, if you look at carefully at the right, the numbers are going crazy high. Like after the point, I don't want value to be, to be that far. And it will be still okay if we can move this value in integer when it comes to the distance. But in the zoom factor at the left, when we will zoom in, zoom out, I want it to be like decimal to factor. Let's sort that first. So I think it was inside scope. Give me a second. Let me close this down. Give me okay. So the value where we were updating the value here. Zoom factor to target, distance to target. It was giving in float. If we will go inside it here, so these two are the float value. So for the distance I just want it to be integer, so it is easy to fix. And for this I want like after two values just after the decimal. So what I will do, I will take the seal. Seal means like if 2.4 or 2.5 it will become 5, like 3.9 will become 4, 3.1 will become 4. So this is what we call seal. So what I will do, I will seal the value, multiply it by 100, and again divide by 100. Uh, let's do this. This make more sense. So this will do the task. So this is first. Let's compile and check. And second thing is today we will add the zoom functionality. Let's check the numbers if this is fine or not. Yes, it is working fine. Next thing is we have to create the zoom functionality, and for zoom functionality we need to have the input. So that binding was not there, and I will plug in one sound also, like when we will zoom in and zoom out, some sound should trigger. So what we will do, in the asset, in the sound, I have already provided you the file in the description. You can go through the file, so I'm just putting that here. Desktop assets music, and this is the zoom audio. Okay, right click and let me copy the reference. Copy reference, get back to rider. In the pawn class, what I will do, so it is the u sound base file. So what I will do, in the private use sound base, make sure that you are including its header. So zooming sound, and in the constructor what I will do, I will directly take it from the path which we have already taken. So zooming sound is equals to cast u sound base, if I'm not wrong. So static load object, let him put it inside this. Here we have to put the class, so use sound base static class comma null comma, and here we have to provide the path text. Nope. Go back here, right click, copy reference, and paste it here. So what it will do, it will directly pick the audio file, convert it to the object, and we will cast it to the sound base. this is the sound wave. Yes. So this is good. And if the sound is valid, then we will do our task. So I have taken the reference for the sound. Next thing which we will do, we will create one binding. Again, go back to the content browser. In the core, in input, I will copy this. I will rename it as zoom. Double click it. So it will be the axis 1D float. So click save and open the context. Zoom. And here I will check for the wheel axis. So when we will scroll up, it will give 1. When we will scroll down, it will be -1. So it should be easy to integrate. Next thing is we have to create one variable as we have created for IA look and equip weapon. Control D again. IA zoom. We have already covered in the previous tutorial, so if you haven't gone through them, just make sure that you are following in an order. And here also I will create enhance input component, bind action, IA zoom, comma triggered, comma this, comma am pawn base on zoom. Alt enter. Create member function. Alt enter again. Generate definition. So I'm just like doing it fast as we already know how to create these things up and what we are doing. Like I have already covered this. So in the zoom, what I will do, like this is the 1D, right? So what I will do, get input action value, my fault, action value dot get, and it will be the type of float. Float value is equals to this, and so if the value multiplier if the, let me make it capital V, if the value is greater than 1 or 0, that means it is positive, then I want the zooming effect, so I will multiply the camera field of view with 0.9. So I'm just decreasing it by 10%. Else if we are, if I'm scrolling down, I want it to like like increase the FOV, so I will multiply with 1.1. That means I'm incrementing it with the 10%. So, and I just want to clamp it again. So let's do this, like camera component field of view is equals multiply equals to camera component dot field of view. Okay, sorry, multiplier. I think this should do the task. Control B. Okay, let's check if that option is there. IA zoom is coming. Let me check this. Compile and save. Let me check. Yes, it is working fine. But if you look at carefully, as I'm zooming in, it is become blurry and blurry. So let's have it as a quiz. Tell me why is it doing so? Okay, so this is the first. So first thing is I want this thing to be happen only when I'm equipping the weapon, right? Like when the scope is there. So for this, what we will do, I will do this if equip state weapon equip state is true, then I will do that. So this thing is done. Next thing is I also want to play that sound which we have created. So you Kismet no, you is it under the Kismet system library? No, you gameplay statics, play sound at location. So get world, comma here use sound base. Okay, so use sound base. Let me use sound base. Okay, so it was the zooming sound, comma the location get actor location, comma next I want everything to be default. So let's check. So this is done, this is done. So let's try control B again. It will be really good if I can, put this thing like here and there. It always comes up. Right click, zooming, zoom out. So that sound, if you can hear, it is coming good. Okay. Next thing is I want like some constant. Like when I'm zooming out, I want it to be clamp it to 1. I don't want multiply it to like less than 1. So this is first. Next thing is when I'm zooming in, like it is 2x 3x maximum, I think. So I should have some upper cap. So let's do that too. So let me remove this. So you math clamp. So the value is camera component dot field of view multiply with multiplier, comma. So the minimum is and the maximum. I want maximum to be 90 because when we are playing the game, if you will go in the pawn class in the camera component, you can see the field of view is 90. If we will decrease it, then it means that it will zoom in like before. Like this is the field of view. Let's imagine if we will decrease this angle, so this will be, let's imagine this is the new angle, so we can see the object like the closer view we will get. So as soon if we are decreasing it, so the max limit is 90 because we don't want to get beyond that. So what we will do, we will create one variable which will be public. So in the public, control D, it will be integer or float max, sorry, max zoom const multiplier const, and the default value will be like max. I do want to zoom in like 5 because when I was zooming in, this this is sufficient, I guess. Like if some player is there, we should able to hit with this distance. But again, as it is edit anywhere, so we will be able to edit it. I we can, do I want this the blueprint read only? uh, I don't think so, like, but we can make it, so there's no harm in that, but still, but I don't find any use of it, so let me remove it. So what I will do, I will again 90 divide by max, what was it, zoom max multiply const, zoom max zoom multiply count. So let's imagine I am putting this value to be 0. So max to max I can 1x 1.1 1.2. So max to max, let's imagine it is 2. So the minimum will be 90 by 2, so it will become 45. So you got the math right. Let's okay, so previously what was happening, the maximum we know, let's imagine this was the default, so this is 90 degree, this was the angle which we were seeing. So I'd want like it to be like 2x zoom. 2x zoom means like from 90 it will become 45. It will become something like this. I don't want to decrease it further. So this is why I'm just dividing it the 90. So if the max is 2, like I just want to like this 2x or 3x or something like that, we will just divide the value and it will give the minimum like which it will get. I hope you have got the mathematics of it, and let's try control B again. See, max to minimum it is going 5. I'm zooming out more, but I'm unable to. Okay, but when I'm zooming out, I'm still hearing that sound. So uh, let me check like how we can remove it. If okay, let me cache the value float temp fov is equals to camera component is field of view. We will if temp fov is not equals to the new camera component field of view, then only we want to play the sound. I think this will fix it. Yes, let's try. Now it is working fine. I'm trying to zoom in, but it is not working. Okay, and let's check that behavior. If we will, put it 2 or 3. Let's take it 2. Yep, I'm trying my best, but it is 2. So I think this was it for today, and let me know if you have any doubt or like any query, and let me get like how you will implement the same scenario if you have some different thoughts to it, so we can talk it in the comments. So do like and subscribe and have fun. Have a nice day. Thank you.